Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Eryi's action by developer Xtal Sword. This is one of those very masochistic style platformers where basically every single thing that is set before you is a trap and very cunningly and very deviously designed to make you kind of want to pull out your hair as you try to make your way from the beginning to the end of each level. You might be familiar with such games as I Wanna Be the Guy, or I Wanna Be the Guy Gaiden, or Nico Mario, otherwise known as Cat Mario or Sayoban Action. All of those games sort of follow the same template that they sort of poke a little bit of fun at the player as they try to traverse the puzzles that are set before them, which, although on surface they look like it's just a platformer, it's really kind of a puzzle game that is, dressed up to be a platformer. So I have played about one level's worth of this. It's certainly a bit punishing, and I want to see how far I can get. So let's do the options menu real quickly here. There's not a whole lot to see. We've got an option for colors between 16 and 24-bit, and we can set our windowed setting to either windowed or full screen, but there doesn't seem to be any setting to set the resolution, which I found a little bit disheartening. I was hoping for, my usual widescreen settings, at least 1280 by 720 or something. Unfortunately, I had to stick with the standard, which is 640 by 480, and even full screen is just stretched, so it looked a little weird to me. Anyway, let's start things up, and we'll see how we do. Should be able to get through most of the first level without too much trouble. As I said, I did already try that the one time, and I am using a 360 controller, which was natively supported. There are only a handful of buttons, though, so it shouldn't be too tricky to get acclimated when you first start up. You've got the A button, which is going to be your dash. You've got your B button, which is your jump, and your X button, which is to pick up objects. There aren't any objects here. So Eryi's lovely melon that she was so looking forward to eating has been stolen by Farta the Troll. Let's go get it back. So there's our premise. Pretty simple, and as you'll see, we go out our door and we're smashed on the head with a pan. So that is kind of how things start. It does keep track of your lives, but you don't actually ever lose the game, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just up to how long you can stick with things and how long you can stand it. And hopefully, if you're pretty patient, you should be able to maybe make it through the whole thing. You'll see there's some beautiful artwork here in the world map, especially really shows it off. And then it's also complemented with some pretty lovely music as well. The one thing that I have to say about the music, as you might play into this a little ways, you might notice this one same theme will keep repeating and looping, and you will die a lot, so you're going to hear the first few notes of this quite a few times, but this is nothing that we're not used to. If you've been around for some of the older generation of platformers where this kind of thing happens all the time. So you need to guide Eryi to the stage goal. The flags are save points. Good luck. So as you would imagine, enemies kill you. I don't think that's really too much of a stretch. And we're down to 0 lives, but it actually goes negative. And then, see, this is the thing. The traps will just show up kind of out of random. They'll show up out of the ground. They'll show up out of the air a lot of times. They're designed for you to make a certain move that will inevitably lead to your death over and over again until you learn to get around that move. Sometimes you don't even know what exactly you did to trigger things to happen the way they did. Oh! There's an enemy in that last block, so that's your reward for opening all of those. You can also pick up these sprinklers or, various other objects. That actually triggers those little piranha plants to show up, and they're pretty angry. And they'll actually come out and eat you, so you gotta watch out. Okay, that little creeper-looking worm guy almost got me, but I managed to dodge him at the last moment. Did you try using the pickup button? Maybe you could get up higher if you pick it up and move up that jump mushroom over there. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. Oh, there's a bomb, and it blew me up. Alright, so I actually didn't blow up some of those blocks last time, so I didn't know that's actually what was going to happen. But it is something you can kind of predict after you've played it once or twice. Hopefully, probably just the one time. So if you go in between these two sprinklers, that's what causes those piranhas to show up, so you just want to kind of hop over that. If you're smart, though, maybe you can use this to knock some of these guys out of the way, and then you don't even have to worry about them quite as much. You can actually be a little bit strategic in some of your approach. And maybe move this guy over here, jump on this chicken thing. Oh, wow, you could probably use this to get way higher in the air. Oh, did I actually just bounce that chicken thing up in the air? Alright, so there's another kind of a metagame to things, which might be worth considering. Oh, look at this, I figured out a way to get this through. And that is that there's also some crystals. Oh, right, I forgot about that block there. There's some secret crystals that you want to apparently collect all of, and if you do, there will be a great reward. I don't know what that reward is, but it definitely catches my interest and makes me wonder. So, mission accomplished. You made me curious, and it might be enough to figure out the puzzles that will involve me eventually finding the way to get to all those shiny diamonds. And so how do we want to do this? We wanted to definitely take this with us if possible, because I think... Oh, I can't bounce off his head when they're jumping, apparently. But I think if we carry one of those all the way through the level, we might actually have the way to get to that first gem. Because last time I tried to get it, there was a bunch of stuff in the way. And also, I don't know that we have pressure-sensitive jumping, which is kind of a thing for me. Is that true? Oh, no. Okay, there's like 2 levels of jump. You can go the low jump or the high jump if you just barely tap the button for that. Alright, so let's get rid of both of them. And I want to grab the sprinkler here and bring that around. The buttons are a little bit unintuitive feeling for me. You know, carrying something... Oh, they just threw that in the worst possible place. Carrying something with X and then needing to use A to run and then B to jump. Those things sort of go at odds with each other, but I guess you can just toggle the carry, so you don't actually have to worry about that too much. So maybe we'll leave this for now. So how do I avoid... Oh, geez. I was going to say, how do I avoid that block? But then the worm showed up out of nowhere and took me out. So even though I already know what to do, there is still a little bit of randomness to things that can result in getting a little bit frustrated, and hopefully you can keep your cool. And that's really the only major challenge here, is like self-imposed in a way. How much can you put up with before you get frustrated? So this is an entirely different style of game than something like Super Meat Boy might be, where essentially the challenges are predominantly expressed through the level design in ways that are transparent to the player. In this case, it's kind of like playing a platformer version of Simon, where you have to remember the patterns that you went through in order to find your way past some of these more daunting tasks and things like invisible blocks showing up. Now, I should be able to hopefully jump off of this block and use it to my own advantage. I'm pretty sure there's nothing up here that can stop me. Okay, so we've got a save point. Eryi can enter vases by pressing down while on top of a vase. Entering vases teleports Eryi to where? Go in and find out. So I already know where this takes me, and it's not pleasant, so let's go in anyway, and so you can see for yourself. It reminds me a little bit of Super Mario Bros. 2, jumping into things, and yeah, we're essentially just instantly killed. So that was really just to prove a point. The game will not take pity on you, no matter how generally docile any particular situation looks, or how, you know, friendly a pot might be. It's like, oh, you might get a reward out of this. No, you're just going to get killed again. So, now, the other thing I know is this windmill kind of hates me. Kind of just wants to fall on my head. The first windmill, we're cool, but the second one, not so much. So I do have to be a little bit wary of that. And, of course, the obvious thing would be to, like, jump past it and try to jump around, but nope. There's blocks in place for that as well. So we're going to have to try and find another way. And if not for the run button, I don't know how I would have actually solved this, but I think our goal here, get the thing to charge at us, and then we can take our time. It's out of the way now. So there's really only those 2 blocks there, and once you know where they are, you're going to be okay. So I just blew up that block, but if I were to go up into that corner to try and get that gem, the gem that I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a hard time for us, because I actually don't really have a way to get it and then leave. There's actually a huge wall in the way. I wonder if I could jump off this chicken to solve the problem of how I would get up into this corner. Yeah, okay. So that's cool, and there's spikes. Even if I walked forward, I would have just walked myself into a giant brick wall, so I'm pretty sure I would have had to bring along the mushroom for things to actually start to make sense. And that means you're actually going to have to solve that in one life, which shouldn't be too hard, but... Oh, that just killed me. I guess my hitbox was a little off there. But yeah, I think that's kind of the challenge here. The puzzles that I mentioned are a lot to do with your ability to discern how to get past a puzzle, or how to get past some sequence, and then also a little bit in your own head of, like, how do you manipulate the things you're given. Oh, I just hit those. I didn't realize those were in the foreground. Okay, I thought they were little cactus plants, but evidently they're spikes that seem to knock all your clothes off or something. So there seems to be a dude in a bear suit standing here. I'm not sure what his deal is, but he doesn't seem to die if you jump on his head, but he also seems to follow you a little bit, so we'll let him walk off the cliff, because why not? So we can use the pickup button to pick up bad guys and sprinklers. You might find this useful. Alright, so also I'm kind of curious what happens if I break all these blocks, because now I don't think I'm able to get across this. Wait, is there a thing in the way? Oh, there's actually not. I thought there was. Alright, so next thing is we've got this little hot spring, which has a frog in it, which is a little terrifying if you're not expecting it. And the frog doesn't die if you jump on his head either. So you gotta make that jump. If you even touch the littlest bit of that with your hitbox, you will be killed. So here's the next problem I have. That looks like the end of the level, right? Alright, so I put the sprinkler down just in case this works, but I'm gonna hit the flag. Yep, alright, so there's actually a spike ball there, which is going to keep me from actually winning. So I'm gonna have to use what I'm given, like I just was saying earlier, to try and get past this little puzzle. And how I'm gonna do that, I'm not entirely sure just yet, because I didn't actually solve that problem last time. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna need to either use that bomb to blow things up, or maybe I could throw the sprinkler off into... Nope, no, that's probably not gonna work. Let's grab the bomb and toss it. Oh, that blew up the sprinkler, but that's not gonna save me, so I think I'm just dead now, because I can't find another way around it. Touching that water in any way will kill me, and I can't control my character once I get past the flag. Yeah, there's no stopping there. I'm just gonna walk straight into that every single time. So that is kind of what I'm talking about when I'm saying that there are some puzzles involved. I'm wondering if there's, like, multiple ways to solve that, actually, because it could be kind of an interesting little proposition. Like, how do you manipulate all this stuff in unexpected ways to cause chains of events to happen that you might not have even thought of? Oh, man, I did that twice in a row. That's kind of sad. I wasn't learning from my mistake on that one. And so far, I'm not at all frustrated. This is the type of thing that, I mean, I have been frustrated by games of this style before, but it takes a little bit of time for me to get to that point, and right now, I think I'm gonna be fine. What if I throw... Can I just put it down? No, I can't just put it down, so then the next thing is, can I grab this guy and toss him over this? I don't know if the... Oh, I blew up the whole goal! So now the flag isn't gonna stop me, and I can actually just walk and jump right over that. Alright, so, sorry, spoiler warning, that's how you beat the first level, evidently. You blow up the flag so you keep control of your character. I really like that. That sort of manipulates the usual... Oh, wow, okay, I didn't expect that to happen. But it manipulates the usual elements. And why am I here now? I'm a little confused, actually. Alright, so that's what I was talking about before. So I guess I blew up the flag, and now I still didn't win? I'm confused. Things are sort of seeming a little bit strange now. Oh. Let's keep going. We'll see what happens when you go back over here, if there's maybe another way through that I didn't think of, or maybe something is different. I thought I had lived there. No? Okay, I didn't blow up the flag this time. Same deal. Is it going to drop on me again? Yes, it is. How strange. I thought I actually won the level. Evidently not. It's nice that you can go backward, too, against the grain if you choose to. You're not locked into forward progression at all times. I wonder if I could make, like, the bear or something land on the spot that causes the block to fall down, or the spike ball to fall down. The other option is I throw this as far as I can, and, well, that's not actually all that easy to do. Oh, there we go. That actually didn't work. Okay, I threw it too far that time. I was trying to shot put the thing all the way to the end, but evidently I got a little bit too ahead of myself there. Okay, one more time. I will beat the first level! I think we can handle this challenge. This is not beyond the realm of possibility for me. I've 100%ed Super Meat Boy multiple times, so this shouldn't be anything beyond what I'm capable of. Alright, how about that? Nope, still not quite far enough. I could try blowing up the spike, or the flag again. I haven't quite gotten used to the arc of how exactly that happens yet. Wait, so what do I want to do now? Can I just get this... Oh, I can almost push it off the screen. I guess that should count for something, right? Oh, that's going to push it back toward me. I don't know what's going on with this. Did I actually just go back to the... No, I don't understand. That kills me? I have to keep the flag there, apparently. Otherwise it doesn't... Oh, I threw the sprinkler into the... Oh, it's still there, and it's shooting now burning hot water at me. So I actually created my own death trap by accident on that one. As you can see, it is a regular fun house of horrors at times when you don't even expect them to be a problem. I feel like the solution has something to do with using the sprinkler to, like, push that block away, or push the spike ball away. Really have to stop throwing it in the wrong direction, though. Is that... Oh, that looks like it's in the perfect spot. So let's just see if we win the level here. No, still lands on my head. Okay, maybe I have to get the enemy, that bear guy, to walk through the exit somehow, because he seems to walk to the right no matter what, and he seems like he's basically invincible. But then he keeps falling in that pit, and he doesn't come back, so I don't know what to do about him. And then there's also the Frogman here, but I can't seem to turn him around. He only goes to the left. So it is an interesting proposition in all ways. Really not sure what to do here. I guess I could try and throw the bomb all the way to the end, but I'd have to get the thing to trigger first, and I don't really understand what to do with that. What if I take the bomb and I grab it and then I run to the goal? Now I'll carry it through. Alright, well I blew everything up, but I also died in the process. So the experimenting factor is kind of hilarious and kind of awesome in some ways, but I do grant that this is not going to necessarily be the type of game that everyone wants to play. I think if I can get that sprinkler over there, maybe I can get him to jump the gap. I'm going to have to give that a try again, and maybe he'll just walk right through the hot water or something. Alright, let's just hop over his head. Oh, man, he just wants to run instantly. And he will kill me as well. Oh, he moonwalked off the ledge there. That's strange. What about the frog? Can we turn you around in some way? No, I don't think he's interested. What a strange, strange problem to have. I can't beat the level because a spike ball lands on my head no matter what I do, so I have to manipulate and trick the level design for things to work out. Oh, nope. I didn't really think that was going to work, to be perfectly honest. How can I get past him without him starting to walk? What causes him to walk in the first place? Is it walking past him? He faces me, yeah, and then he, like, takes off. Alright, I think it might be facing him when I'm past him or something like that. So we've got to learn, and we've got to adapt, and eventually we'll be able to beat this first level. Stop running, bear! Oh, man. Alright, that guy does not want to cooperate at all. What if I just carry this through on my head? That's probably the simplest solution, right? No, it still freaking bludgeons me to death. Well, I'll give it one more try here, and then I think we'll wrap up the episodes. I think you get the idea of what this game is about. It's certainly not a style of game that everyone's used to, and I guess the dude walked off the ledge there. I didn't even notice. But I think this is also kind of interesting and different in a certain way. There's not a lot like it. There's like a handful of other games that are similar. But I have to say this one has very pretty graphic design work, very pretty art. You know, the animations maybe are kind of minimal frame-wise, but they're not too bad. And in general, the music is very good as well. So, you know, if you're a stickler for art and music... Oh, okay, well, I blew up my own bomb on that one. That is going to result in a death. I thought when I had blown up the flagpole that I actually had figured it out, but... That goes to show you how naive I am. So I don't even know what the option is on the front menu. I'm guessing that's probably what it was when you get all the crystals. Maybe those question marks will turn into something. So there is that impetus as well as just, you know, the self-satisfaction of knowing you solved these puzzles and these levels. But I think it's, you know, it's a pretty fun thing. It's just not for everyone, like I said. So thankfully it's not a particularly expensive game. There is also a demo. If watching me play it wasn't enough, to give you an idea of if you might be into this or not, so feel free to go check that out. I will have all the links, of course, as I always do, in the description, so feel free to go browse through those, see what you can find. In addition to this game, there is also a bunch of my other social media links. I guess the platform just ends and you just fall off or something. Because I don't think it has to do with the spike ball being there, because I've blown that up and I think walked off and it didn't even matter. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it. So check out the description, see my other social media links. I got my Twitter, I've got my Facebook, I've got my Twitch page, and of course, indie-impressions.com, which is where I store all of my other Indie Impressions videos. There are over 600 of them now. So if you're looking for a particular type of game or a specific game, feel free to go search over there. They're all categorized and sorted, so if you want to go by payment style, I've got even all the free games sorted over there. The options are plentiful for you to browse through, so go hit it up. Let me know what you think of this game. I'd love to hear your opinions of this as well, anyone who's already tried it. Let me know if you were able to, you know, solve some of these crazy puzzles and what you did to do such a thing. You know, without too many spoilers, of course, if possible, because people are probably going to be finding out about this game for the first time, hopefully anyway, and I don't want them to have their experience wrecked. Oh, okay, that's what happens if you stomp on his head. I didn't try that yet. But anyway, that'll do it for another day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to come back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day without fail, so I will see you back here tomorrow at youtube.com/RockLeeSmile. So catch you later, and I hope you have a lovely night.